Imagine a city 170 kilometers long, yet only 200 meters wide. A city with no cars, no streets, and zero carbon emissions, housing 9 million people between two gigantic mirrored walls that rise 500 meters into the sky. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi blockbuster. This is The Line, Saudi Arabia's mind-bending $500 billion gamble on the future of urban living. But is it a revolutionary paradise or the world's most expensive folly? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most ambitious and controversial megaprojects ever conceived, The Line. Nestled in the heart of Saudi Arabia's ambitious NEOM development, this linear city promises to redefine everything we know about how we live, work, and interact with our environment. The vision is breathtaking. Imagine traveling from one end of this sprawling city to the other in just 20 minutes, thanks to an ultra-high-speed train running beneath your feet. Everything you need, shops, schools, parks, and offices, would be just a 5-minute walk away, stacked vertically in interconnected communities. The man behind this vision is Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. For him, The Line is the crown jewel of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. A grand plan to pivot the nation's economy away from its historic dependence on oil. He's not just building a city, he's attempting to build a global hub for innovation, technology, and tourism that could rival places like Silicon Valley and Dubai. The project is designed to run entirely on renewable energy, integrating vertical farms, solar panels, and wind turbines directly into its structure. Artificial intelligence will manage everything from resource distribution to public services, creating what developers call a cognitive city that learns and adapts to its inhabitants. The sheer scale is difficult to comprehend. Those 500-meter-tall mirrored walls would make the line taller than the Empire State Building. Their reflective surface is designed to blend the structure into the surrounding desert landscape, creating an almost invisible mirage from a distance. Inside, it's a different world entirely. Lush parks, artificial rivers, and vibrant public spaces are all planned to create a perfect climate-controlled environment, a stark contrast to the harsh desert outside. Construction has already begun. Satellite images show massive earth-moving operations carving a path through the Tabuk province, laying the foundations for this futuristic corridor. The Saudi government has set an audacious goal to welcome the first residents by 2030. But with great ambition comes great skepticism. Can a project of this magnitude truly be sustainable? Critics point out the enormous carbon footprint of manufacturing the concrete, steel, and glass required for such a colossal structure. Building a glass-walled city in one of the hottest places on Earth raises serious questions about energy consumption for cooling, not to mention the potential impact on migratory birds and local wildlife. Engineers and architects worldwide are watching closely, with many expressing doubts about the project's feasibility, timeline, and astronomical cost. A price tag of $500 billion is just the starting estimate, and mega projects like this are notorious for massive cost overruns. Where will all that money come from? The primary source is Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, but the project is also banking on attracting billions in foreign investment. Beyond the technical and financial hurdles, the line is mired in social controversy. To clear the vast stretch of land required for NEOM, reports from human rights organizations claim that indigenous tribes have been forcibly displaced from their ancestral homes. The Saudi government counters these claims by highlighting the project's potential to create hundreds of thousands of jobs and stimulate economic growth in a previously undeveloped region. They market the line as a city for the world's brightest minds, a magnet for young talent in tech, AI, and sustainable design. The goal is to create a dynamic, forward-thinking society that breaks from the country's conservative past. So what would it actually be like to live in the line? The concept of zero-gravity urbanism means that city functions are layered vertically. You might live on the 80th floor, work on the 60th, and go to a park on the 45th. all without ever stepping outside. This hyper-efficient, compressed lifestyle promises unparalleled convenience. But for some, it sounds less like a utopia and more like a gilded cage. Could living in a 200-meter-wide corridor, sandwiched between two giant walls, feel claustrophobic or even dystopian? The project forces us to confront fundamental questions about human nature and our need for open spaces, freedom of movement, and connection to the natural world. Geopolitically, the line is a massive statement. Located near the Red Sea with proximity to Egypt and Jordan, it is a strategic move to assert Saudi Arabia's influence as a regional powerhouse of the 21st century. If it succeeds, the line could become an iconic symbol of human ingenuity, a new wonder of the world that draws tourists and talent from every corner of the globe. It could prove that humanity can build sustainable, high-density cities that work in harmony with nature. However, if it fails, it risks becoming the world's most spectacular white elephant, a monument to hubris and a cautionary tale for generations to come. The stakes couldn't be higher. Ultimately, the line is more than just a construction project. It's a grand experiment in civilization building. It challenges every convention of urban planning we've held for centuries. Instead of sprawling outwards, it grows upwards and lengthways. It replaces the automobile with high-speed rail and prioritizes pedestrian life. It's an audacious attempt by Saudi Arabia to write a new chapter in its history, one not written with oil but with steel, glass, and ambition. The world is watching, holding its breath to see if this mirage in the desert will solidify into a magnificent reality or evaporate into thin air. What do you think? Is the line a brilliant vision for the future of humanity, or a dystopian nightmare waiting to happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world's most ambitious projects, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.